How's it going, everybody? Akiro here, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be covering Chromagun VR, which is for the PlayStation VR. So Pixelmaniacs has sent me a copy to review their game. Now the only thing I kind of noticed was they actually already had a game, Chromagun, out, which was kind of odd because it's separate. Usually you would think it would be an update patch to the original, but this is a totally separate game. But before I give you my full result, let me talk about how the game runs.
Welcome to the Chromatech Test Labs. You're here because you're the best of the best, not because you were in need of $10 and nobody else signed up. I mean, who would have given you that idea? Before we start, we need to test your general mobility. Make your way down the corridor towards the exit door. Note that the exit is the part of the wall that looks different from the other parts of the wall. Also, it says exit.
Knowing the fact that Chromagun is literally similar to Portal. Mostly everybody will compare the two due to the fact you have a gun, you're shooting around the place, and solving puzzles. Simple as that. You got a narrator that talks to you of how to play the game and kind of walks you through.
To continue the tests, please acquire the upgraded tri-colored Chromagun, as without it, you would not be able to solve the subsequent rooms and eventually succumb to hunger.
Mechanics are very simple. Whether you're using the DualShock or the aim controller, you're able to move around, shoot, and solve puzzles with ease with no issues. You are able to use snap turn or smooth turn depending on your preference in turning in VR. With the puzzles, they actually walk you through. Knowing me as a puzzle person, I always like the fact that they kind of hold your hand for a little bit. Once you get an understanding, you're basically all set for every other puzzle platform that they can shoot at you. If you're wondering about movement speed, there's no way to speed it up. That is literally the full setting they put it on for speed. I was kind of hoping they would have given us the option to increase on speed in the settings, but I guess they only did it for this reason due to the fact there are people that are just jumping into VR for the first time and they may not be able to be comfortable with the type of speed that others are already used to by now. There are 8 chapters in Chromagun, but in those 8 you would at least have between 5 to 9 sections to complete before going to the next chapter, which gives it a good game length of 5 to 7 hours, depending on how well you can solve puzzles. When it comes to visuality, it's very smooth in there. With the visuals, it's pretty simple, so there's nothing too high-end graphics about it, but you still get a nice environmental immersion of being in a science lab, where you have to solve the puzzle in order to move to the next chapter. The fact that the soundtrack is a repeating soundtrack, it may be annoying to some people, but I see it as white noise to help me think. So with everything I just said, what do we think about this game? This game leads you to $20 to purchase. With that said, that gives you a good length for $20. Most people, when they look at an experience like this, you would think that, well, once you're done, and that is true. You are done once you beat the storyline. If you want to go for the trophies, they're pretty simple, unique, nothing to get too challenging for, but at least it'll buy some more time in the long run until another game comes out. Do I recommend this game? Well, if you're into puzzles, yes. Now, if you already have the original copy, I don't know, due to the fact that likely this should have been an update instead of just a separate entity. Now it kind of feels like, well, what's the point in buying a VR version when you already have the original? But there are people and fans that enjoyed it that would actually buy it, so I cannot hesitate and stop them from doing it because that's their opinion. Me, on the other hand, I've never really played it, but I have heard of it. And actually playing it, I kind of regret missing out on it, but I do enjoy it. So, if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like, share it with others, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more contents of VR or just any games in general, and I'll see you guys another time.